Are there any significant changes that everyone has been waiting for coming to men's college basketball? But don't panic. Let's get to the news and changes. Kentucky basketball under Pope finds itself at a pivotal moment not only in its upcoming season, but also in the broader context of the sport. As the NCAA Rules Committee meets in Indianapolis to discuss improvements to the flow of the game, it is clear that the future of college basketball may be on the verge of a significant transformation, and that brings good news for programs like Kentucky. The most talked about change is the transition from the traditional 2 halves to 4 quarters, something that already exists in women's college basketball and in professional competitions such as the NBA and FIBA. The proposal, which seeks to modernize the pace and dynamics of games, will not be decided immediately. Instead, the committee recommends creating a joint working group to gather feedback and data before a final decision, which could be announced as early as next year. For Kentucky, a program that has always sought to lead innovations on and off the court, this change could be seen as an opportunity to adjust its competitive strategy and align itself with global basketball standards. Another innovation that promises to have a positive impact on the sport is the introduction of a challenge system for coaches. Currently, lengthy video reviews at the end of games have been a source of frustration for players, coaches, and fans. The new proposal would allow each team to have 1 challenge per game, subject to the existence of a timeout available. If the challenge is successful, the team retains its right. If not, it loses it. This change puts control in the hands of the coaches, streamlining the decision-making process and reducing unnecessary interruptions to the rhythm of the game. For Mark Pope, known for his strategic vision and ability to read the game, this system could be a valuable tool. Imagine the Kentucky coach using this feature to challenge a questionable foul or a controversial call in the decisive moments of a game against rivals like Duke or Kansas, a scenario that is sure to excite fans. Another point worth noting is the possible modification to the continuation rule. While this is a minor issue compared to the other proposals, it carries great significance, especially for teams like Kentucky, which often face tense situations late in games. The rule, which determines whether a basket counts when a player is fouled while shooting, has generated heated debate over the years. Any adjustment to this rule could have direct implications for how the game is played and reported, bringing college basketball even closer to the professional model. And let's face it, who doesn't want to see a fairer and more transparent sport? The program has sought not only to maintain its position among the giants of the sport, but also to continually evolve. The proposals under discussion reflect a clear trend toward modernization, something that Pope and his staff would certainly embrace with enthusiasm. After all, Kentucky has always been known for its ability to adapt to trends and stay ahead of the competition. The idea of dividing the game into 4 quarters, for example, could open up new tactical possibilities for Kentucky. With shorter periods and more frequent breaks, Pope would have more opportunities to adjust his strategy and explore different player combinations. Additionally, the challenge system would provide an extra layer of control at critical moments, allowing coaches to use their expertise to directly influence the outcome of games. It would come as no surprise to see Kentucky quickly excel in a scenario where these changes were implemented. It's worth noting that these proposals aren't just about rules or structure. They represent a genuine attempt to improve the college basketball experience as a whole. By streamlining processes, reducing disruptions, and bringing the game closer to professional standards, the NCAA is sending a clear message. College basketball is ready to enter the modern era. And how good is that? Speaking of Jaylen Lowe for Lexington, the point guard, who recently transferred from Pitt and chose the Wildcats as his new home, is already making waves in the competitive scene at the NBA G League Elite Camp. His debut in the Game 1 scrimmage was nothing short of impressive, displaying a remarkable balance between offensive production and tactical control. Lowe demonstrated not only technical ability, but also an advanced understanding of the game. In just 18 minutes on the court, he scored 9 points, dished out 5 assists, grabbed 1 rebound, and committed only 1 turnover. Solid numbers that reflect his efficiency and maturity as a player. In addition, his decision-making in the paint caught the eye of observers. He converted 4 of 8 shots from the field, including 1 of 3 three-point attempts, and finished the match with an impressive +115 field goal percentage, the best mark among all players on the court. This metric, which measures a player's direct impact on the team's collective performance, is a clear indication that Lowe not only contributes individually, but also elevates the level of those playing alongside him. Sports Illustrated's Kevin Sweeney was full of praise for the point guard. He's been able to get into the paint, made good decisions on the ball, and appears to have gained momentum, Sweeney wrote. The analysis highlights two key aspects of Lowe's game: his ability to penetrate opposing defenses and his intelligence in passing. Both are crucial attributes for a team like Kentucky, known for its dynamic, up-tempo style under Mark Pope. Lowe seems like exactly the type of player who can thrive in this system, offering both creativity and consistency. In addition to his technical skills, Lowe's poise and physicality have also caught the eye in camp. After his transfer to Kentucky, it was clear that he worked hard to improve his fitness, gaining strength and endurance. This was evident in his ability to maintain control and make informed decisions, even in an environment as competitive as the G League Elite Camp, where dozens of prospects compete to impress scouts and secure invitations to the NBA Draft Combine. Lowe not only excelled, but he also demonstrated that he is ready to take on bigger challenges. With his ability to break down defenses and create opportunities for his teammates, Lowe has the potential to be a key player in the Wildcats' offense. His presence on the court promises to bring fluidity and creativity, essential traits for teams seeking success in highly competitive tournaments like the NCAA. While it is still too early to predict the full impact Lowe will have in Lexington, his early performance at the G League Elite Camp is an encouraging sign. If the Game 1 scrimmage is any indication, Kentucky fans have reason to be optimistic. With more practices and games to come at camp, Lowe will have the chance to continue refining his game and increasing his value in the sports market. Meanwhile, Kentucky could be on the verge of a rising star, a player who combines talent and discipline and can make a difference on this team. The wide receiver position at Kentucky has always been something of an enigma under Mark Stoops. Despite some bright spots that have come through the program, like Juice Johnson, Wan'Dale Robinson, and Lynn Bowden, players who have left indelible marks on the school's record books. Consistency and depth at the position have been constant challenges. Now, in 2025, that question is back in the spotlight, with a wide receivers room that is almost completely revamped and full of uncertainty. Head coach LaDamian Washington, the seventh wide receivers coach Stoops has hired in 13 seasons, has a tough time ahead of him. He inherits a group that returned just 4 players who combined for 33 receptions last season. To put the challenge in perspective, that represents less than 20% of the team's total receptions in 2024. The rest of the roster is made up of newcomers, including 5 freshmen and others who have transferred from different college programs. It's undoubtedly one of the most delicate moments for this position at Kentucky. Despite the doubts, 2 names seem to emerge as the main targets for quarterback Zach Calzada: Jamori Macklin and Kendrick Law. Macklin has already proven himself to be a reliable threat in the final moments of the disappointing 2024 campaign, while Law, a recent arrival from Alabama, impressed as a slot receiver during spring training. These 2 players offer at least some stability to a position that cries out for certainty. But who will be the next targets? The competition is wide open, and there are several candidates trying to fill the void left by the veterans. Hardly Gilmore, perhaps the biggest wildcard on the roster, emerges as a possible WR3. Gifted with natural talent, he showed flashes of promise during his brief appearance as a rookie. However, questions related to consistency, especially off the field, arose during his transfer to Nebraska, which raises questions about his ability to maintain the consistency necessary to be a reliable contributor. If he can overcome these obstacles, Gilmore has the potential to be the team's most productive receiver. Frankfurt native Fred Ferrier is also in the mix. While he impressed during fall practices last year, his limited athletic profile could leave room for other competitors to overtake him. David Washington Jr., on the other hand, has been a surprise during spring practices. Previously known primarily for his contributions on special teams, he emerged as the team's top pass catcher during that stretch, scoring a touchdown from Calzada. His unexpected rise adds an intriguing layer to the competition. The other transfer players offer interesting stories, but also reasons to be cautious. J.J. Hester and Troy Stellato have both struggled with injuries throughout their careers, which has called into question their availability and consistency. Ashton Cozart, while promising as a high school recruit, has yet to translate that potential into significant production, having attended 3 different colleges without much success. These factors make it difficult to predict what impact these players will have at Kentucky. The arrival of 5 freshmen adds an element of hope, but also uncertainty. Historically, Kentucky has seen a freshman wide receiver make an impact every 3 years, which suggests the chances are there, but not guaranteed. Among the newcomers, Montavon Quisenberry has some notable skill, though his size is a limitation. Cameron Miller has the potential to excel as an option in the slot, while DJ Miller, with his skill set as a tall and versatile wide receiver, appears to be the most promising of the bunch. His ability to position himself as a long target sets him apart from the rest, and could make him a valuable asset on offense. For head coach LaDamian Washington, the challenge is clear. Molding this disparate group into a cohesive unit, capable of sustaining Kentucky's offense. With so many new pieces and little solid experience, continuity will be tested. Additionally, the pressure is on Zach Calzada, who will need to quickly develop chemistry with his receivers to ensure the team can compete at a high level. Kentucky's wide receiver position in 2025 is a reflection of the broader transition the program is facing. With a combination of raw talent, transfer prospects, and veterans looking for redemption, the wide receiver room has undergone major changes that Mark Stoops is implementing to revitalize the team. Can this team get any better? Everyone hopes so. Comment below.